Welcome, everyone, to this clash of titans. Today, we delve into a debate as old as thought itself. Does language shape our thoughts, or is it merely a reflection of them? Our contenders are intellectual heavyweights, each armed with theories ready to challenge and inspire. In this corner, representing the innate school of thought, we have Noam Chomsky. Across from him, championing linguistic relativity, stands Benjamin Lee Whorf. And let's not forget Jean Piaget, arguing for the primacy of cognition, and Lev Vygotsky, emphasizing the social construction of both language and thought. The stakes are high. Understanding the interplay between language and thought is crucial for educators, psychologists, linguists, and anyone who ponders the human mind. Does our mother tongue constrain our cognitive abilities, shaping what we can perceive and understand? Or is language a tool, a mirror reflecting the intricate landscape of our thoughts? Let the debate begin.
Chomsky, a titan of linguistics, strides to the podium, his gaze sharp behind his spectacles. He argues that language is an innate human faculty, hardwired into our brains from birth. He calls this the language acquisition device, or LAD. This LAD, he posits, allows children to acquire language with remarkable speed and ease, regardless of their cultural background. Chomsky emphasizes the universality of grammar. All languages, despite surface differences, share a deep structure. This suggests, he argues, that a universal grammar is encoded in our genes, a blueprint for language that unfolds naturally as we interact with the world. Language is not learned, Chomsky declares, it grows, like any other organ. It's a product of our biology, not our environment. He argues that while the specific language we speak might influence how we express our thoughts, it does not fundamentally alter the underlying cognitive processes that generate those thoughts.
The air crackles with anticipation as Benjamin Lee Whorf, a firebrand linguist, takes the stage. I must respectfully disagree with my esteemed colleague, he begins, his voice laced with a hint of challenge. Language is not merely a window to the world, it is the very lens through which we perceive it. Whorf, a proponent of linguistic relativity, argues that the language we speak profoundly shapes our understanding of reality. He points to the diverse ways languages carve up the world, from the Eskimos' multiple words for snow to the Piraha tribe's lack of specific number words. If language can influence something as fundamental as our perception of color, Whorf argues, imagine its impact on more abstract concepts like time, space, and causality. He suggests that by learning a new language, we gain access to a new way of thinking, a new way of experiencing the world.
Section 4. Piaget enters the fray. Thought precedes language. The atmosphere in the room shifts as Jean Piaget, a giant in the field of cognitive development, steps forward. Known for his meticulous observations of children, Piaget offers a different perspective. He posits that cognitive development, the growth of our mental abilities, is a prerequisite for language acquisition. Children, Piaget explains, develop cognitive schemas, mental frameworks for understanding the world through their interactions with their surroundings. These schemas, he argues, form the foundation upon which language is built. Piaget emphasizes the importance of symbolic thought. Before children can use language, they must first develop the ability to represent objects and ideas mentally. Language, in this view, is a powerful tool for expressing and manipulating these pre-existing thoughts, but it does not create them.
Check one, check two, check.
Section 5. Vygotsky's Counterpoint. Social Scaffolding of Thought and Language. A hush falls over the room as Lev Vygotsky, a pioneer in sociocultural theory, approaches the microphone. He begins by acknowledging the contributions of his esteemed colleagues, but proposes a more nuanced perspective. Vygotsky argues that language and thought are intertwined from the very beginning, shaping and enriching each other through social interaction. He introduces the concept of the zone of proximal development, the gap between what a child can do independently and what they can achieve with guidance from a more knowledgeable other. Language, Vygotsky explains, acts as a scaffold, supporting children as they reach for higher levels of understanding. Vygotsky argues that language is initially a tool for social interaction, for communicating needs and sharing experiences. However, as children internalize language, it becomes a tool for thinking, for shaping their own thoughts and directing their own learning.
As we delve deeper into the relationship between language and thought, it's essential to consider how language itself has evolved over time. The journey of language is a testament to human ingenuity and adaptability. From the earliest cave paintings to the development of complex writing systems, language has continually transformed to meet the needs of growing civilizations. Visuals of ancient cave paintings transition to early written scripts on clay tablets and papyrus scrolls. Then we see glimpses of medieval manuscripts and printed books. Language began as simple gestures and sounds, evolving into intricate systems of communication that allowed humans to share knowledge, express emotions, and build societies. The invention of writing marked a significant milestone, enabling the preservation and transmission of information across generations. This leap in communication technology laid the groundwork for the advancement of science, culture, and governance. Footage of ancient scripts and scrolls transitions to scenes of printing presses and libraries filled with books. As societies grew more complex, so did their languages. New words and grammatical structures emerged to describe novel concepts and innovations. The printing press revolutionized the dissemination of knowledge, making information accessible to a broader audience and accelerating the pace of intellectual progress. Images of newspapers and early printing presses transitioned to modern digital screens and social media platforms. In the digital age, language continues to evolve at an unprecedented rate. The advent of the internet and social media has transformed how we communicate, breaking down geographical barriers and fostering global connections. Emojis, memes, and hashtags are the new hieroglyphs, encapsulating complex ideas in simple, shareable forms. Visuals of social media interactions and digital communication tools. The evolution of language is a dynamic process, reflecting the ever-changing landscape of human thought and society. As we look to the future, we can only imagine how language will continue to adapt and shape our understanding of the world. Closing visuals of diverse people communicating through various means, symbolizing the unity and diversity of human language. Language is not just a tool for communication, it's a vessel of culture, carrying the essence of societies across time and space. Visuals of diverse cultures engaging in traditional practices, speaking different languages, and celebrating festivals. As we explore the intricate dance between language and culture, we discover how they shape and influence each other in profound ways. Every language encapsulates a unique worldview, reflecting the values, beliefs, and traditions of its speakers. Consider how the Inuit have multiple words for snow, or how the Japanese language has honorifics that denote social hierarchy and respect. These linguistic nuances offer a window into the cultural priorities and lived experiences of different communities. Scenes of Inuit people in snowy landscapes, Japanese people interacting formally, and other cultural scenarios highlighting unique linguistic traits. Language also serves as a bridge, connecting generations and preserving heritage. Through storytelling, songs, and rituals, cultural knowledge is passed down, ensuring that the wisdom of the past continues to inform the present and future. Footage of elders sharing stories with younger generations, traditional music performances, and cultural rituals. In our increasingly globalized world, languages and cultures intersect and blend, creating rich tapestries of hybrid identities. While this can lead to the erosion of some linguistic traditions, it also fosters innovation and cross-cultural understanding. Images of multicultural urban settings, people speaking multiple languages, and cultural fusion events. As we navigate this complex landscape, it's crucial to celebrate and preserve linguistic diversity. Each language is a testament to human creativity and resilience, a living archive of collective human experience. Closing visuals of diverse people across the world, speaking different languages, symbolizing the unity and diversity of human culture. Cognitive linguistics delves into the intricate relationship between language and the human mind. Visuals of brain scans, neural networks, and cognitive processes. This field explores how language shapes our thoughts, perceptions, and even our memories. Cognitive linguists argue that our understanding of the world is deeply influenced by the language we speak. Images of people thinking, speaking, and interacting with language in various settings. Metaphors, for instance, are more than just literary devices. They are fundamental to our thought processes. Consider how we use spatial metaphors to describe time, saying, looking forward to the future, or putting the past behind us. These linguistic patterns reveal how our cognitive frameworks are structured. Scenes illustrating metaphors in everyday language use, such as calendars, clocks, and people reflecting on the past or future. Cognitive linguistics also examines how language acquisition impacts cognitive development in children. The way we learn language can influence how we categorize and interact with the world around us. Footage of children learning to speak, reading, and engaging in educational activities. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of cognitive linguistics, we gain deeper insights into the profound ways in which language and thought are intertwined. This knowledge not only enhances our understanding of human cognition, but also has practical implications for education, artificial intelligence, and even therapy. Closing visuals of researchers, classrooms, AI interfaces, and therapeutic settings, highlighting the broad applications of cognitive linguistics. Language acquisition is one of the most fascinating aspects of human development. Visuals of infants babbling, toddlers forming words, and young children engaging in conversation. From the moment we are born, our brains are wired to absorb and learn language. This process begins with the sounds we hear around us and gradually evolves into complex verbal communication. Footage of parents speaking to their babies, children reading storybooks, and classroom interactions. The critical period hypothesis suggests that there is an optimal window for language learning, typically during early childhood. During this time, the brain is exceptionally receptive to linguistic input. Scenes of children in various cultural settings, learning multiple languages. This is why young children can effortlessly pick up multiple languages if exposed to them, while adults often find it more challenging. Language acquisition is not merely about learning words, it's about understanding the rules and structures that govern language use. Visuals of children playing language-based games, engaging in storytelling, and participating in language-rich activities. This includes grammar, syntax, and the ability to use language in different social contexts. Interestingly, the process of language acquisition also influences cognitive development. As children learn to communicate, they are simultaneously developing their thinking and problem-solving skills. Footage of children engaging in problem-solving tasks, group discussions, and creative play. Understanding the intricacies of language acquisition can provide valuable insights into educational practices, language therapy, and even the development of artificial intelligence. Closing visuals of classrooms, speech therapy sessions, and AI language models, highlighting the broad applications of language acquisition research. As we look to the future, the evolution of language continues to be shaped by technology and globalization. Visuals of futuristic cities, people using advanced communication devices, and diverse cultural interactions. The rise of digital communication tools, such as social media, instant messaging, and AI-driven translation services, has revolutionized the way we interact with language. Footage of people using smartphones, tablets, and virtual reality interfaces to communicate. These technologies break down linguistic barriers, making it easier for people from different parts of the world to connect and share ideas. Scenes of multicultural dialogues, virtual meetings, and global collaborations. Yet, this rapid evolution also presents challenges. How will language change as we increasingly rely on technology for communication? Will traditional languages adapt, or will we see the emergence of new, hybrid forms of speech? Visuals of linguistic research labs, AI language models, and futuristic classrooms. Moreover, the role of artificial intelligence in language processing and generation is becoming more prominent. AI systems are now capable of understanding and producing human language with remarkable accuracy. Footage of AI language models in action, voice assistants, and robots interacting with humans. As we embrace these advancements, it is crucial to consider the ethical implications and ensure that language technologies are used to promote inclusivity and mutual understanding. Visuals of diverse communities, inclusive tech design, and ethical AI discussions. The future of language holds immense potential for innovation and connection, but it also requires us to be mindful stewards of this powerful tool. Closing visuals of people from around the world communicating harmoniously, symbolizing the unity and diversity of human language.